up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kenny, aka Texas 8ARFTS, and today we're doing another maintenance video. This one is going to be the spark plugs. So Lexus requires the IS200t, IS300 rear-wheel drive, and whoever has the same motor, the 8ARFTS, so the GS200t, the NX200t, NX300, yeah, same thing. They have the same motor, the 8ARFTS, which is the 2.0 turbo inline 4, and they require the spark plugs to be changed every 40,000 miles. It is offered to be serviced at the dealership, but they do charge a whopping range of $400 to $650. I've even seen, it depends on dealer, I guess. I think the 650 included like an oil change and brake flush or whatever, but yeah. For no reason it should be that high because the parts is less than $100. Just show you how easy this $400 to $600 job is. And here is what we'll need. This is the NGK laser iridium. Part number is 91961. These are actually the OEM plugs that Toyota Lexus uses. They just have their same plug, same emblem, logo, part number, and everything. It's just inside of a red and white Toyota OEM box, but just buy it from here. It's gonna be way cheaper. I mean, it's gonna be the same price, I guess, locally. It's around 20 bucks each. I can show you my purchase receipt here. So yeah, the original price is $20 each. You need 4 since it's the IS200t, and I actually used a coupon because it was the 4th of July. It was capital deal 1776, and it knocked out $17. And then it was free shipping also, so my total ended up being $68. It would originally be around $80, so yeah, pretty pricey for some plugs, I guess, because of a high maintenance turbo motor. I'm just kidding, not really high maintenance, but just preventative maintenance. But yeah, you're gonna need this. We're also going to need a deep socket, so have your sockets, ratchets ready. Luckily my toolkit actually comes with a 5/8 spark plug socket. It has the rubber grommet inside so it can grab onto the spark plug and not just drop it. We're gonna need the extension there because it's a little deep. We have a 3/8 extension like so, and then the ratchet. So if you don't have this, they do sell it separately. You can just pick it up at your local auto parts store. Wherever you get this, they will sell this. And then we do need a gapping tool, so let me get that real quick. All right, so for the IS200t, Lexus says to gap it at 0.031 of an inch, and these do come pre-gapped at 0.035, which is okay in the safe zone. But sometimes you never know if this is like a returned item, so it doesn't hurt to check. Safety threshold for spark plugs is 0.008 plus or minus, so don't go over 0.008 from where you need above or under the value, and should be running just fine. If you run it too big or too small over that threshold, then you can create misfires and just have more wear and tear on your engine. Pretty much, it's not a good thing. Another reason to change these out on time is to help out your gas mileage, so it'll help increase MPG. It's not going to be dramatic, but it can increase your range and your miles per gallon. Basically, it's just preventative maintenance. If you take care of your car, it will take care of you. So yeah, let's get into this and start pre-gapping. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but Lexus wants the gapping to be 0.031 of an inch, and this product here that we bought, the OEM plugs that Toyota Lexus uses, are 0.035. Be careful not to drop it. There should be a little protector in here so it doesn't hit the bottom of the box. And yeah, this is how they look. That's where we're going to be measuring the gap, is in there. You can pick up this gapping tool from your auto parts store. Just run the ring across and see if it'll fit with tension. So we're just gonna run it until it gets snug, and it's snug right there. I think that's like 0.032, so that one is good in the threshold. Yeah, that one's like 0.03233, so it's in the threshold. So we'll put this one back in the box, and this one's good to install. Like I said, I'm just double checking it because You never know if these are returned items or if they get damaged through shipping, because there is a lot of play through them. So if it is greater than 0.008 or less than 0.008, you can close the gapping by applying this tool right on top of it and closing it and then remeasuring it. If it is too small, the gapping is too small, then you can use this little ring inside and just hook it in there and just pry against it like a soda can. So just like opening a soda upwards like this. But yeah, this one is in the range, so we are good on this. And then now I'm just gonna do these for the next two and we'll get to installing. Like I said, we do need the 5/8 socket, spark plug socket. They do sell magnetic ones or the rubber gasket ones. I prefer the gasket ones because it fits snug right on top. You're gonna need an extension, the ratchet for your extension, and then we're also gonna need a 10mm to remove the coil packs that are right on top of the spark plugs. Okay, so I do have a strut bar in the way, so I'm gonna be removing just the top part of it. Now we can remove the engine cover. So just come straight up like this. There are 4 coil packs, so 1 here, 2, 3, and 4. We just need to remove them, the 10mm right there, and then pull each one up. You don't have to remove the wires, you can just remove the coil packs. I'll remove from the back forward since all these are overlapping each other. And just make sure to grab the bottom of the coil pack so it does not separate the gasket from the actual coil pack itself. Just lay it down there. This one's out. Now we have exposed all 4 of them, and we could attach our 5/8 spark plug socket and just undo all of them. First one out, second one, third one. Man, these are not looking good. And the last one. So they should all be looking like this, where it's like half the thread is still clean and half is dirty, but yeah, the first 3 that I took out did not look too good. Now that we got that out the way, we can install these new ones. So just remove it out, install it in the socket, and just do the reverse process. So we're just seating it inside of the tool there so it won't fall. And always hand thread first, just in case. So you don't want to strip anything way down there. Once it's hand tightened, I'll just continue on for the next ones, and then we'll tighten them down. Oh, I didn't mention this earlier, but Lexus recommends to not add any anti-seize on here because it actually mess up the grounding connection for these plugs. So yeah, they say this is fine as it is. As you could tell, that the old ones that we took out did not seize up, so we'll be fine without anti-seize. Alright, so once all these are hand tightened, these do have a torque spec of 18 foot-pounds. I do not have a torque bar, so we will just be doing it by feel. I usually like to just turn until it stops. So it stopped right there, and then I will pull with my left hand. And that's pretty good right there. Same thing for the rest of it. Spark plugs are in. We will reinsert our ignition coils. Now we just reinsert our 10 mils and put the engine cover back on. And then these 10 mils for the coil packs are 7 foot-pounds. All right, perfect. Just like that, your spark plug install is finished, and you just maintained your own car without going to the dealership and spending like half a grand for something you could do at home for less than $100. Last thing is just to fire it up and see if everything starts just fine. No check engine lights and no like stuttering for it to start. Let's go. Oh, maybe we do need a key, huh?
X-band, K-band, K-A-band.
Perfect. As you can see, everything started just fine. There's no check engine light, no messages on the dash other than my refill washer fluid. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I hope you guys learned something. I know I didn't torque anything to spec, but I have a pretty good feel of when to stop. So yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Inspire yet, please check it out. Link is in the description below. Check out the website. If you like anything, please cop. It's just spreading the movement. Anyone can rock our banners, our shirts, our stickers, and we got flight tags. Check it out. We've got one side with the original logo and the other side with Japanese characters. That's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you guys learned something. I will leave all the links to everything we used today in the description below. If you need tools, it'll be in there. If you need the spark plugs, it'll be in there. If you want some merch, it'll be in there. And we are actually coming out with a drop pretty soon too, so be on the lookout for that. Our summer drop is gonna have a bunch of new things and very unique. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.